Welcome to this premium note. Think of our time together today as a professional mentorship session, a global masterclass designed to give you literally the most future-ready skill for the AI era, mastering digital marketing. I'm your host, and I'm super excited to guide you through this ecosystem. Whether you're a startup founder, a freelancer, or just someone looking to monetize a really brilliant idea, knowing how to navigate the digital landscape, well, it's not optional anymore. It is the absolute core of modern wealth building. All right, let's dive right in.
$6.3 trillion. Let that sink in for a second. That is the projected global retail e-commerce sales figure. We are not just talking about some abstract internet concepts here. We're talking massive, real-world business value. Literally, the sheer volume of wealth changing hands online right now is staggering. The brands, the creators who know how to capture even a microscopic fraction of that attention, those are the ones building highly profitable, sustainable futures.
But this brings us to a really critical question. And it's one you honestly need to ask yourself right now. Are you building an ecosystem, or are you just renting attention? Because here's the thing. True digital success doesn't come from just throwing cash at isolated ads and crossing your fingers that someone clicks. Nope. It comes from connecting multiple marketing channels into a smart, self-sustaining ecosystem. An ecosystem that captures attention, builds trust, and honestly, drives revenue automatically.
So, here's your digital tool belt. We're looking at the 8 core channels: search engine optimization, content marketing, social media, pay-per-click, email, affiliate, influencer, and mobile. Trying to build a digital business without understanding these channels, it's exactly like trying to fix a broken engine without knowing if you need a screwdriver or a drill, right? Using the wrong tool just wastes your time and your money. Every single one of these channels has a very specific job in the customer journey. Now, before we break down the individual tools, we really need to understand the 2 major ways to use them. That's inbound versus outbound marketing. Think of inbound marketing as this massive, powerful magnet. You're creating valuable content, like articles or videos, that naturally attracts a pre-qualified audience. People who are already out there searching for answers. Outbound, on the other hand, is a megaphone. It's paid advertising, cold email, sponsored posts, all designed to blast your brand in front of an entirely new audience, really quickly. Simply put, you need the magnet to build trust, and you need the megaphone for speed.
And this is perfectly validated by Belkin's co-founder, Michael Maximoff. He points out that while outbound gets you a brand new audience and inbound nurtures the one you already have, the absolute core of both is messaging. Whether you're using the magnet or the megaphone, if your message doesn't actually resonate with the human sitting on the other side of that screen, well, the channel just isn't going to work.
Section 1. Core Digital Traffic Drivers. To actually capture demand, you've got to be visible on the highest intent platforms on the internet. Search engines. This is the absolute bedrock of your online visibility. The foundation here relies on search engine optimization, or SEO, and search engine marketing, SEM. Think of the internet as this massive, sprawling, chaotic city. SEO and SEM? That's how you make sure your digital storefront is placed on the absolute busiest streets of that city, exactly where the foot traffic is heaviest.
But here's the crucial financial difference you've got to understand as a business builder. SEO has absolutely zero cost per click. It takes time, sure, but it's like buying real estate. Once you actually own that top spot organically, you get free traffic for months, even years. SEM, or paid search on the other hand, does have a cost per click. It's much more like renting a billboard. You pay for that instant visibility, but the exact second you stop paying, boom, your storefront completely disappears from that busy street.
So, the big takeaway here is that pay-per-click is a massive revenue accelerator. As Brendan Almack from Wolfgang Digital points out, PPC is still one of the biggest forms of advertising on the planet because it captures immediate intent. Think about it. If someone searches "buy running shoes," placing your ad right there at that exact moment is incredibly powerful. But as a professional, you've got to be highly strategic. Click costs are rising, right? So your targeting and your landing pages literally have to be flawless to make sure you're actually getting a strong return on your investment.
Section 2. The Attention Economy Engine.
Getting attention? That's just step 1. How do you actually move people through your digital ecosystem once they're finally looking at you? Well, every modern buyer goes through 4 distinct stages: awareness, activation, engagement, and conversion. Listen, you cannot ask for a sale, a conversion, when a customer is only in the awareness stage. That's literally like asking someone to marry you on the first date. No way. You use social media and SEO for awareness, use highly valuable content for engagement. You have to map specific channels to exactly where the customer is in their personal journey.
Section 3. B2B versus B2C Playbooks.
Now, the strategies we've been talking about apply to pretty much everyone, but the playbook itself changes drastically depending on who you're actually selling to. The length of your sales cycle dictates everything here. A business-to-consumer, or B2C purchase, is usually super fast. A shopper sees a cool product on Instagram, clicks, and buys it right then and there. So that strategy requires fast, highly visual storytelling. But a business-to-business, or B2B purchase, that can take months. It involves committees, security reviews, the whole shebang. B2B demands sustained, consultative engagement. You are basically building trust over a much longer period.
Because of this, even when both sectors use the exact same channel, like social media, the realities on the ground are totally different. A B2B startup is going to lean heavily into LinkedIn for executive thought leadership, sharing deep case studies and industry insights. Meanwhile, a B2C e-commerce brand is going to be all over TikTok or Instagram, using entertaining short-form video content to drive rapid visual discovery and, those impulse purchases.
Section 4. The ultimate conversion machine.
Okay, so we've covered how to get found, how to build an ecosystem, and how to tailor it to your specific audience. But what actually closes the deal? What is the single most lucrative channel in your entire digital marketing universe? It's email marketing. Look at this. It drives a conversion rate of 4.24% compared to social media's 0.59%. That is a massive 7 times performance advantage. Why? Well, because social media is basically rented space controlled by unpredictable algorithms. Email is an owned audience. These are people who literally raised their hand and said, "Hey, I want to hear from you." This is exactly why email is the absolute anchor of the omnichannel journey. And honestly, it gets even better. Marketers have seen a staggering 760% increase in revenue generated from segmented email campaigns. We aren't talking about blasting the exact same generic message to everyone on your list. This is about using smart data to send a highly specific offer to someone based on their exact behavior. Like, say, sending a personalized discount code to a user who just left a pair of shoes sitting in their online cart. Let me tell you, smart data will always outsmart the algorithm.
Looking ahead to 2026, integrating AI-powered personalization and behavioral triggers makes email the ultimate wealth-building tool. We are literally looking at a $36 to $45 return for every single dollar spent. That's wild. AI tools now let you create predictive content and beautifully tailored customer journeys at scale. To the reader, it feels deeply personal, but on the back end, it's completely automated, generating predictable, reliable digital income for you.
Section 5. Your digital wealth blueprint.
All right, let's bring this masterclass to its conclusion. It's time to transition from the theory of all these channels to your actionable real-world implementation. Here is your rapid recap for building your 2026 digital ecosystem. First, blend the solid trust of inbound marketing with the raw speed of outbound paid ads. Second, integrate AI tools to personalize your messaging at scale. Third, always map your specific channels to the length of your sales cycle. Remember the whole B2B versus B2C thing. And finally, use email as your ultimate anchor to close the loop and drive that unmatched ROI.
You've got the framework now. You know exactly how the ecosystem connects, and you know the tools. Whether you're stepping out today to launch a freelance career, scale up a startup, or just innovate within an existing business, the digital economy is out there waiting for you. So my final question to you is this. What will you build with your digital tool belt today? Thank you so much for joining me for this note, and I seriously can't wait to see what you create.